Well, welcome to another winter wonderland of Kansas City in January. To think, 2 years ago today, I was headed down to the most magical place on earth, Walt Disney World. Which I'll throw in some pictures and maybe even some video. I have to figure out what I can show because most of it obviously involved my children. I was looking back on that and reminiscing, but now not so much since I'm out here in the snow. Which I just realized I stopped this vehicle. That's probably not my smartest move. Okay, I'm gonna try that again and maybe show you what I'm supposed to be looking at right now. All right, well, let's trudge through the snow. I already did one trip over here, but I figure I'll show you guys too. So, I'm supposed to be looking at the plumbing. A little hard to see. I mean, I can see that it's there, but I can't really pass it if I can't see the gravel support underneath it. I'm not even sure if there's, I think that's a radon vent right below me, actually. But, yeah, that doesn't work so well, and plus I'm not sure. There's gravel on this driveway. There's obviously not right here, but this is the garage. I think there is. Yeah, all the perils of working in Missouri in January. So luckily I was able to get this vehicle started. It's kind of frightening me that I'll be stuck out here with no way to get around and no heat and all that stuff. So anyway, yeah, I was on my way to, it wasn't sunny Florida, it was a very rainy Florida when we arrived. And it was very much a learning experience with two small children, you know, and they were 2 years younger than they are now. It was definitely an undertaking, but you know, we flew into MCO, got on the Magical Express, rest in peace, and we stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Jambo House, and that was our first time really on Disney World property. It wasn't my first time. I went in '94, but we stayed at, I think it was the Buena Vista Palace, so it's right by Disney Springs, but not really like a Disney hotel. But it was our first time staying on DVC points, which was really cool. But we got there, we tried to check in with the app, and it still took a while. And with our children being so young, they were quite antsy and all that. And they did sleep a little bit on the plane because like we had, I want to say, a 7 a.m. flight out of Kansas City, and I want to say we got to Orlando 11-ish local time. So we went down. I remember we went down to the Mara and got some food. And then the oldest started having a total meltdown in the restaurant. It was fun. And then we waited out in between Boma and Jico by the phone booths if you've ever watched a Animal Kingdom Lodge tour. But then we got to our room, and hopefully I can throw in the video here of, you know, because we had a Savannah view, and it was great. You know, I have very, very fond memories of even just that first day. We didn't go to a park. We didn't really do anything, but we got settled into the hotel and did all that. So eating time.
Oh, well, you did it. Oh, they must have come to eat there too.
Yeah. See if you get stuck.
Why that one? Why that one's going home? Mama, why that one's going?
Reminiscing about past life, but looking forward to possibly doing another Disney trip in the future. At the very least, I want to go for September 2022 and hopefully do like Food and Wine Festival, and maybe stay at Boardwalk or Beach Club, and we can walk to the International Gateway, or do one of the Skyliner resorts and be able to hop on that and get to the International Gateway. But anyway, this is my morning so far. We'll see how the evening goes. Let's keep moving forward. I finally remembered what I was going to say. Like, I kept getting this idea of what I was going to say, and then didn't have the chance to film. Like, I would get a phone call, or I'd have to go do my inspection or whatnot. And by the time like I got back to the camera, I was like, well, what was it? Now I remember. So I weighed myself this morning, and it was 210. And actually, I may be a little bit less than that because I was wearing quite a bit on the pajama thing, because it gets pretty cold in my apartment. But I do like the cold, so that part doesn't bother me so much. But I was pretty proud, down the 2 pounds. That's a good pace, is what I'm feeling. So I'm just going to keep with it. I did remember my Euros from the other night for lunch today, so I didn't have to go out and get fast food. Save money is, doing all this on a single income now is a lot of fun. But it was starting to plan stuff with my girlfriend and, potential road trips and everything. And it's getting me really, really excited. I gotta start thinking about all these sorts of things. It's not new, but it is a new thought process, because it's like, well, do I have my kids or do I not? And how do I manage and schedule around that? So anyway, I'm going now to pick up my kids, and we'll see what we're gonna have for dinner. Not entirely sure, but I'm excited to get home and edit this and throw in some of my old pictures from Disney World of 2 years ago today. So let's keep moving forward. Well, I had a very eventful evening, to say the least. So, picked up the kids, just ended up going to McDonald's because I had a gift card, and they like having that little treat every once in a while. Then I did a reading video with them for school, read some Curious George. That's always fun. They enjoy doing the videos too, because they see me doing this every once in a while, so they like getting on camera too. Obviously I don't show that here, but then we read another book, went to bed. During that, I hear bang outside my window, and I'm thinking, snow's gone. Why is there a snow plow? Because it's like a bang, and then I heard like a engine revving up. Well, it ends up being there's a drunk guy in a truck who hit a parked car out in front of my house. Now, that can be expected living in the area that I do. That's one reason that I'm extremely happy that I have off-street parking. But, yeah, and so the guy was just hammered. Apparently he broke an axle because, like, he was backing up, going back and forth. And it's like, why is he not turning? Because it obviously looked like he wanted to get away, but he couldn't. So there was other people out on the street. I assumed at the time that one of them was the owner of the parked car, that it now has a destroyed bumper and probably trunk and all that. Waited for a while, and like I brought out my camera just to document it, just in case they needed something. Like I got his license plate and all that. But guy ended up grabbing a bunch of stuff out of his truck and walking away, or stumbling away more or less. It was very obvious that he was out of it. So I even called the police and gave him a description of the vehicle and license plate and all that, and like, oh, we'll send someone out. And I stood out there for at least half hour, 45 minutes after I got my kids back to bed. Because obviously when I ran out there the first time, I was like, yeah, you just play in your room for a minute. And so anyway, it was kind of fun. Now hopped up on adrenaline and stuff like that. But I was going through some of the pictures and whatnot, and I'll sprinkle those in. I do have one little video. 2 years ago, I didn't even think about vlogging or doing anything like this. Obviously, when we went last year, I had this camera, and I was doing all that because I posted a few of those videos on this channel. Maybe in the next month, I will get around to editing the other two park days, 2 or 3. I don't even remember. At this point, it's been a long year. So anyway, I'll get this done, get to bed. We will hopefully see you tomorrow. So keep moving forward.